Guys, welcome to another tutorial. So today we're doing the dress we saw on the thumbnail. So let's get started. Right, I'll draft it, then I'll use the back to draft one. This one I'm drafting, I'll use it to cut both the back and the front. So I'll cut the back before we alter the front. Okay, first of all, let's take my measurement. For my shoulder to bust point is 11. Then my chest line is 9. That is bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. It gives me I think it will give me 7 point something. So I approximate it to 8. Then I also had the 1 inch for slope. I'm going to use 1.5 for the front, but I'll still use 1 inch plus the chest line, so it will give me 8 point something. So I approximate it to 9. Then I'll move to my waist, which is 16. Then to my hip, so that's 27. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So 27 is 10 plus 1 inch also for seam allowance. So I will draw this into a straight line. Okay, so my shoulder measurement is 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. So then I'll be adding half an inch seam allowance, so that's 8. I'll also take the 8 here. I'll take it here, so we see what we have. So I'll convert it to a straight line. It's 30 divided by 4. That should give me 9, I think. Sorry, 36 divided by 4. Let's see. Yeah, that should give me 9. So I have 9, so I'm going to mark 9. Then I'll add 2 inches seam allowance. There won't be that on this dress I'm making. No that, the darkless that. So then another thing I want us to take note is our under bust. So my under bust is 14, so I'll mark my under bust here. My under bust 14. Then I'll connect into a straight line. So this is my under bust, this is my waist, this is my bust, and this is my chest line. Remember, this is 9 plus 2 inches, that's 11. So I also mark the 11 on my bust point. Mark the 11. Then on my waist is 28. 28 divided by 4 is 7, but I'll just do 7.5 because I want it a bit free, not too tight. So 7.5. Then I'll add 2 inches for seam allowance, that's 9.5. So that same 9.5 that I took here, I'll also take it on my 9.5. I'll also take it on my bust point, and I'll connect those lines. Here it will be a straight line, then here it's gonna be a bit curve. Then this place will be straight. Then I'll come to my hip. This is my hip line. So my hip line, my hip is 30, my hip is 38. 30 divided by 4, hip 38. 30 divided by 4 should give us 9.5. Yeah, 9.5. So 9.5 plus 2 inches for seam allowance, 2 inches, that's 11.5. So I'll just connect from my waist to the hip with the curve line. Okay, so that's all I have for. Then if you see the neckline, so since I said I'll be using this to cut the front and the back, so for the back I'll just come down by 1 inch. Then I'll do 3 inches. So I'll connect this one. I'll connect this for the back. So but for the front I'll be doing 2.5 because the neck is very high. 2.5. remember that I'm still going to sew it with half an inch. So by the time I sew it, it's going to be 3 inches, which I don't want it to be too high the way it is on the video. So for the back neckline, I'll go down by 1 inch slope. For the front, I'm going to be doing 1.5, but for the back, since I'll be using this to cut the back, so 1 inch. Then I'll connect. So I'll connect it. Then I'll take half inch for seam allowance here, half inch for seam allowance, half inch for seam allowance. Then I'll connect it. So okay, so this is everything I've drafted so far. So on my waistline, I'll come down by 2 inches from the waistline. Oh, okay, let's do 3 inches. I'll come down by 3 inches. Then I'll connect from there to, I'll connect from here with a straight line. So I've connected it. Then the main design is let me see. So I'll just come down by 1 inch for my under bust, 1 inch from the under bust. So this is it. I'll connect to a straight line. Okay, so this is what I'll be using for. From here I'll be cutting out. So this is what I'll be using for the orange fabric. I'm using orange, and I'm using blue for this one, blue. Then the gathers also is going to be blue. So let's cut out. Okay, sorry, I haven't fixed this my hammer. So from here I'll take the half, then I'll go in by 0.2, but for the back for the front I'll go in by half an inch. So let me just mark it, but I'll cut out the back first. I'll cut out the back first. So this is my bust point. So this is the front, this is the back. So I'll cut this one out, cut the back, then let's be the pattern. So there's something I quickly want to say. So because I'm going to use this one to cut the back, when I'm cutting the back, I'll add zip allowance. Then on this part, I like to go up by 1 inch and connect, but I will still add a half inch when I'm cutting it. Then later I will take 1 inch and connect it back, so that the side will be the same thing with the front, but this side will be shorter. So let me put it on the fabric and show you the back. I'm cutting the back. This is my zip allowance.
After adding the zip allowance, I'm going to add half inch all around the pattern.
That I want to remove the zipper bulge from here. So you remember, this is our waistline. This is our waistline. So on this waistline, I'll just go inward by 0.75. So I'll come back and add it here, 0.75. So I'll connect it back to this place. Okay, then the 0.7. So the 0.75, I'll just connect it to the extreme head end of that zipper allowance. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just connecting it to that place, just to remove the zipper bulge at the back. So I'm going to just draw a straight line. So when I get to the upper part, I'll connect it back to the midpoint of the upper part. So I'm going to leave it that way and cut. So I've cut, this is the back, I cut two, then this is the front. You can see that there's no space, so I cut two of this because the fabric is transparent. So that's the two. So let's move to the upper part. So for this one, I just had half an inch, then half an inch here, that's all. Cut the upper part for the back. This is the back. So you remember I took in 0.75 there, so that's 0.75. I'll just take it here I purposely put it here so that we can see that I went in. So I added it back here. So when I added it back here, I'm supposed to I did here. From here I connect it here, then from here just connect it back to that place. That's all for that. Then this one that I took here, I'll just take it. You can either take it back to the tip of this, or you come down by at least 1 inch, or either way it's just little that is going to be there. Remember that it's stop here, so, and this side is still going for zip, so I'll stop somewhere around there. So do we see? Do we see? I went in by 0.75 and I connect it out. So then I added it back, I connect it back here, then to the hip. So that's all about that. Then there's another thing again I like to do. Remember that our back length is always shorter. So I already added half an inch here. So from here I'll just go by 1 inch. For me, I'll go up by 1 inch the space. So that 1 inch, I'll connect it back to the space. It's just all these things are still to remove the zipper board. If my back length is 15, while the front I use 16, so that's 1 inches. So instead of going to take the side that so it will correspond, sometimes I like to take it here. But if it's much, like 3 inches or 2 inches, don't try to take it here. Just take the side that. So I'll just connect it back to the space. So I'll take away the 1 inch from here. I did. You can see I shortened it by 1 inch. Then remember there's still half inch for joining. So this half inch it will correlate with the back. So let's cut with the front. So let's cut the front. So I've used the back, I cut the neckline and I cut the arm. So I transfer it to another one because I need this one to be a full one, a full scale, not an half scale. So but before then, there's something I want to do. So I said let me show you. Sometimes the half move for the front is always shorter than the back. So rather than taking 1.5 for the 1 inch for the front, you can take 1.5 depending on how the shoulder can be, or I don't know. You can try it then if it works for you. So remember we went down by 1, so now I'm doing 1.5. So I'll connect it back to the space, to the tip of our shoulder. Then I'll now take half an inch for seam allowance. You remember that we added half an inch for seam allowance. Okay, so I'll start again from this new line. I'll take the half an inch so I can cut it away. So this is my new half an inch for seam allowance. So you cut it away. So I'll bring it back here. I wanted to show you, that's why I said I didn't want to. That's why I didn't cut it earlier on. So I'll just trim it away. So for the front I came down by 1.5. Then for the back I came down by 1. That's for the shoulder slope. Okay, so this is what we have. I'll set this aside. So this one, you now determine the pleats to be. So this is my shoulder now. This is like this is 5. So that 5, I can say okay, let me do 1 inch. That is away from here. Then another 1 inch, 1 inch. So that is I'm going to leave like, let me see, can I still do 1 inch? Okay, let's still do 1 inch here. So at least by the time we take half an inch we still have. So from this one you now connect. If you look at the pleat very well, it didn't really get to the tip of the, as in we stop halfway anyway. So you can bring one to your bust point here. I want my pleat to be on this side, so I just took the 1 1 like I did 1 1 1 1. So this one you can determine where you want it to be. So I think from here I'll do 2 inches. Then I'll still use this one. Just this one you can be creative. You don't have to follow exactly what they do, but this is a bit close. What they had on the shoulder was like 3. so I'll be doing 4. So I took 2 interval. You can actually take 3 for this one, but I just took 2 interval. Let's see how it's gonna be. So okay, so this is the first one. Then the second one will come here. Let me stick with that 3. So this one I'll just take half, so I'll scrap this 2. I'll start here. So it shows that I took 1 inch, then 1.5, then 4. So on this second one I want to scrap it. I want to have 3 rather than 4, so I'll just take from here, then to this place, then this last one I'll connect this last one to this piece. So I have 3 like this. So this is 2. I skipped the midpoint. I went 2 inches after the midpoint. This is my midpoint. So I went 2 inches after the midpoint, then 2 inches again. So then this one is 1 inch. This one to this place is 1.5. Then here to here is also 1.5. Do you see? 1.5, 1.5. So I did 3. So I'm going to slash this one. I'll slash it. So when you're slashing it, you don't slash all the way down because the pleats did not get down, but we can slash it so that our fabric can relax. So then slash. Now determine how wide you want it to be, but I don't want it to be too wide. So all you need to do is get another paper. So all you need to do is get another paper. Do you see the paper? It's not here, but don't worry, we'll just leave on the side. So you now determine how wide you want it. So I'll just do 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inches. So for now, let me just use pen. So after the 1 inch here, this is the 1 inch. I'll put this one. After this one, I'll put the other one. Then after this one, I'll put the 1 inch again. 1 inch. So you can either pin or get a paper tape. You can also do it on the fabric rather than wasting your paper. I can do it on the fabric. So I'll just cut this one away. All these ones I'm going to cut it away. 1 inch now. Get the midpoint. So come up by half an inch. Then connect it like this.
The essence of that is just to know where to pleat when you're working. That's all. Then you just had I just had half an inch around the waist part, and I cut everything out.
So let me remove this one so that we can see. So already this one that we have here has already made us to know that it has to be like this. Then this one has to be like this. Do you understand? And this one has to be like this. Do you understand? So you can see that it's not much. So this is what I'm going to do. I will cut this another one so that I can turn the neck, turn the arm up, because you remember that it's a sleeveless. So I'll cut another one. I will do that. Then once I'm done with that too, then I will join the, let me just show you the front of this. It's a really color blocking. It's blocking. Okay, so this is what we have. So for the down part, the length I'm working with is 43. I think I did it. Okay, yes, the length I'm working with is the full length is 43. So remember that the length that we took was 27. That's from the shoulder to the hip. So when I subtract this minus this, I was having 16 inches. So then remember that on the waist part we came down by 3, and the shoulder to the waist is 16. 16 plus 3, that's 19. So this minus 19. But the one in the original design looked like it was cut, a length was cut, then that front side was shaped, because you can see that it's the same thing. But the one I want to do, I'll be sticking with 6. So you should know that this one I'm going to work on, the side will be upper, then the front will be the side will be shorter and the front will be longer. But the one on the thumbnail, like, they cut a straight part, they cut a full length, and they trim that, like this one, they trim the front from the old this thing, so that they have the same, it has the same equal length. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. But for me, the down part, I'll be cutting 16 inches. So I'll be cutting 18, because I'll be using 1 inch to fold it down, then half an inch to fold the upper part. So I think I'll still be left with 16.5. So this one is going to be the blue one. So let me start cutting and start showing you, joining and start showing you what we have. I'm joining it. So this is what I did. I took, you know, it was 1 inch that I had it, so that's half an inch. So I took the half an inch and see where I notched it. So I sew it like this. I sew this one too, and I sew this one. So after that, then I ironed it. So this is what we have. I tried to do this one by doing the pleated one, you know, just pleat, join it. So when I did that as well, yes, I've not fully ironed all these ones too, but I think it will be best to do it this way. So now I'll just take this one for the down part. This one, that is the one that will be. So what I just did was I measured this one, then I cut a long strip. Remember, we've done the calculation, removing 43 minus I think 27. So I just multiply this by 2. So I cut a long straight one. So I'm going to pleat. I can pleat around this place. Then after that, the back, I cut it in 2 folds because I want it to have joining on the side, then the zipper at the side. So I'm just going to pleat this one too on one side, on the other side. Then I'll show you the final look. See you in my next video.
So you can see the result of my own. So if you feel like that 1 inch I added for the that was too small, as in on the shoulder, you can increase it. Thank you. See you in my next video.